in 2001, I was sleeping in cars. I had no money. The only thing I had left, the only asset I had left was hope, right? So that was in 2002. And by 2003, I was a multimillionaire. And in 1987, I discovered network marketing. This is what we're doing is not network marketing, but we are sharing it person to person, right? But in 1987, I discovered network marketing. And when I found it, I thought it was like the greatest thing since sliced bread, because I could invite all of my friends to also stay home from work and enjoy the day like I did. But as you and I both know, network marketing isn't for everybody because it's very difficult. But I did vow at that time to find a solution, create a solution that everybody can do. And that was my first system, which I started in 2002. And in the first 3 months, we had 44,000 people in over 50 countries around the world. And that, my belief is that was the start of crowdfunding. I called it a peer-to-peer exchange activity, but I believe it was the start of crowdfunding because there wasn't anything that was online that was designed for people to share ideas and money with until, my first system. And that's been going on since 2002. 670,000 people. We're now in 150 countries. We've raised close to $1 billion for people around the world. And here's the really cool part of that. As I said, I was sleeping in cars in 2001 and a multimillionaire by 2003. I created this system for everybody else so that people would have something that they could use to move their financial yardstick forward. And 100% of all the donations that come in go back out to the participants. So that's like you and everybody else that's in. And then, about a year ago, I created 50/50. It was an enhancement to my original system. And it was just sitting on the shelf collecting dust while I was building my other business out. And, Jason called me up. He said, David, listen, I tried something. It's not working too well for us. Do you have something that I can share with my team? Because I really want to help them. And what I created just isn't working. So I said, well, I got this 50/50 here. It's sitting there doing nothing right now. And, in the first 16 days, we're over 1,300 members right now and about $1.2 million. It's not hard to understand. It's very hard to program. That's why no one else has been able to do it since 2002. And in the way that 50/50 is designed, it's designed to help everybody. People that have very limited skills can receive benefit, as you're finding out. And people with great skills can receive huge amount of benefit. And it's because of the super technology that I created called the Mobius Loop. And the Mobius Loop keeps your entire team together. It means that your teammates you're following the person that invited you. Your teammates are following them. Their teammates are following them. And it just keeps going around and everyone keeps benefiting. You get help from the people that are above you. You can get help from the people that are below you. And what that does is that helps to create really a monster system that brings benefit to the masses, not just the few. And you're already experiencing that, which is super cool.
It's just unbelievable. I've been doing this since '94, and I've never experienced anything quite like this.
Yeah.
That's what's encouraging me, is I feel like no matter who I put in, they have a chance to win, and that's important.
Exactly.
It's important.
Exactly.
So, and you talked the other day about having over 670,000 people in that other organization, and it is still going today, right?
It's still going, yeah.
That is just absolutely amazing.
And the thing is that the person that made a donation in 2002 is still living off that donation today here in 2018, because as you're finding out, you only have to make a donation out of pocket once on any particular level, and then the next time that you need to make a donation is because you've received several in return. It's not so much a business; it's a crowdfunding system, and there's distinguishes between businesses, crowdfunding, not-for-profit, and so on and so forth. And you can use crowdfunding for anything, as I mentioned. You can use it for business, you can use it for personal, you can use it for charitable, not-for-profit, and so on and so forth. Now, I'm not an accountant, and I'm not a lawyer, so what I'm about to say next, people need to check with their appropriate accountants or lawyers to find out how it affects them in their individual jurisdiction. But the fact of the matter is that many people use crowdfunding to raise funds for charitable causes. Maybe you're a church, maybe you're a not-for-profit, So most people are using crowdfunding for that purpose. Or if you're an individual, maybe you've broken a leg, maybe a loved one has passed away, and you need to raise funds because you need to bury that particular individual. In those particular instances, then it's considered a donation and there aren't any tax consequences. Now, many people are using crowdfunding to further their big idea, get their business started. Some are using it for personal reasons, to get out of debt, pay their phone bill, pay their mortgage, and so on and so forth, to help them in that particular way. And if you're using 50-50 in that particular way, I don't know 100% for sure, but there is a possibility that you would have some tax consequences. So in that particular case, you want to talk to your accountant, you want to talk to your lawyer, and you want to make sure that, you stay within the bounds of the regulations for your particular jurisdiction. So, and in saying that, Barack Obama passed legislation in 2012 for equity crowdfunding, which is really, really super cool, because that means if you're a business and you want to raise funds, you don't have to go to, a merchant bank or try to put your house up and mortgage your house and all of the things that you normally need to do. In the case where the law that Barack Obama passed was equity crowdfunding. And that allows you to raise money for your business and give out shares or a percentage of your business. That particular type of crowdfunding is regulated, and you do need to get some legal advice for that. There's another type of crowdfunding which is regulated as well, and that's real estate crowdfunding. You do need to get some legal advice for that as well. But for what we're doing, we're having fun, as I like to say.
Okay, David, I got in Monday at about 10 o'clock in the morning. And of course, you say this new platform is roughly about 20 days old, right?
It's about it's only been going for about 16, 17 days.
Okay, so what I would like to know from you, because of your experience, tell me where you think, how many people do we have now? So you're 16 days old, it started out, and how many people do we have now?
Right now, we're still taking baby steps. We got about 1,300 people. It's going very well, but we're still taking baby steps. So 670,000 people that are in the first system. The vast majority of them don't even know that we've got this going on. I haven't even had a chance to let them know that I've enhanced the system and upgraded the system. I have a good sense, because of the fact that this is helping so many people, that we're going to see a significant increase in the amount of people that are registering, the amount of people that we're helping, and the amount of benefit that we're bringing to people around the world.
So 90 days from now, how many people, because you've experienced this before, what do you think roughly? What do you think will be in 90 days from now?
I don't know. I'm pretty good at predicting what I believe my systems are going to do. But I believe we can have 1 million people in that period of time.
That's amazing. And this thing being global is so big. I live in Florida, and the Spanish population, I know 2 words in Spanish. That's mucho dinero. They know all the other words.
By the way, I think I own that domain name.
Is that right? You own that domain name? Well, to me, I'm excited about it.
I own several domain names with dinero in it, and I think mucho dinero is one of them.
So being global is so big, it's scary.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now think about this for a minute, right? Sometimes we here in North America, we think of us as being, the leaders of the free world, and we've got it all going on, which, we have many more advantages than some people in other countries. But people on this side in North America are suffering the same way that people in other countries are suffering. And the reason why I say that, because what I'm about to say next, I don't want people to think that, we're thinking that other countries are inferior to what we are. Because I tell you, I traveled many places in the world, and people who haven't traveled, when they go to some of these places, they will be shocked at how advanced they are. Now, having said that, some places, the income level is not as great as it can be here in North America. So places like Latin America, I think at one particular point in time, in about 6 months, we had 60,000 people join us from Latin America. We had 170,000 people join us from Russia and the Ukraine in a 12-month period of time. So looking at this system and what it can do for other places is really mind-blowing. And the amount of help, the amount of support, the amount of good that we're going to be able to do to communities, churches, not-for-profits, individuals being able to get a better quality of life, individuals being able to send their children to better schools. The amount of good that we're going to do, it just boggles my mind.
Well, that's why I get up every day, is because, I read a book that says a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children.
Yeah, for sure.
And when
As a matter of fact, a good man leaves an inheritance enough for the next generation and the one after that.
I tell people all the time, David, I said, do you know your great-great-grandfather's name and first name? And they said, no. And I said, the reason is that sucker didn't leave you nothing. That's the reason why. That's why you don't remember his name.
Right.
I'm going to leave a legacy for my family.
Right.
And I think that's what's so powerful about this business. Is it just anything else, David, that you'd like to say?
When our second generation is benefiting from the funds that we are helping them with today, this system will still be here. We might be dust though.
That's fantastic.
Because in this system, it's a team crowdfunding system, and we do three things. We give, we share, and we receive. You do those three things, then you're going to be a great team player, you're going to receive a bundle, and we're all going to benefit. You give to begin, you choose who you want to give a donation to. That donation is split in two and goes to help two people. When you give, then that allows you to set up your own crowdfunding platform so that you can now share that with others. And when you share it with others, other people are going to be in the same situation as you. They're going to have causes that they want to raise funds for, be it their church, be it a community cause, be it for themselves. And when they do, they'll give to you. So we give, share, and we receive it. We all do that, and the world just goes around. This may be one of the most important things, right? So most of us have been involved in one other business or system or home-based thing in the past, and there's nothing else that brings as much benefit to as many people as 50/50 crowdfunding. Most people, when they get involved in something, the first thing that they're looking to do is get leads. I gotta call my lead broker. I gotta get leads because none of my friends are talking to me anymore. So here I am again, looking straight into the camera. 50/50 is an awesome platform for you, your family, and your friends, regardless of whether or not you invited somebody to one thing that didn't work or 1,000 things that didn't work. The first people that you want to go back to are the ones closest to you. This is your opportunity to redeem some of the mistakes of the other businesses that you might have joined in the past. Get your people into 50/50 crowdfunding, your family, your friends. Let them benefit first. Let them see how it works. Show them the movie. Let them know that all we do is give, share, and receive, and everybody can benefit in this system. So you don't need leads. Go to your friends and family first.
Thank you very much, David. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. God bless.